Guys, welcome to my channel, and today want to launch a website on our EC2 instance, and it will be a form of a dynamic website where we're going to install Apache and maybe a Maria database on the EC2 instance on this to get our source code from bootstrap.com, just a form of template we are going to save on our S3 bucket for us to be able to transfer it to our EC2 at launch. So let's get a template. I think we can use this. Let's use this one. Okay, this is a free template that we can use. Let's download this. So I have it here. So let's unzip the this so we can have okay, let's just unzip first. Let's just see. So we have these are the sources we are going to upload on our S3 buckets. So let's go straight to let's go straight to let's create a bucket, a new bucket that we're going to upload our source code. Holding it for some okay. We had this created initially. You can check my previous video on how I hosted a static website on S3 bucket. It's quite secure. I bought a domain and I hosted my website, my resume on it. Kindly check that out. Okay, so let's create a new bucket. We name this my dynamic website 205. Okay, want it at not Virginia, then what else we want? Just create the buckets. So this is what we have here. Then let's upload. The source. So click upload. So the next thing we need to do after this is to create a role. For services on Amazon to be able to interact with one another, for instance, when you want to access some files or objects on S3 buckets, maybe through by the EC2 and all that, you need to create a role for that so that there'll be a form of interaction between your EC2 service and S3 bucket. Now we have our objects on S3 bucket. And after creating our EC2, we want EC2 to be able to access this bucket and copy all these objects that we create for our dynamic site. So what we have to do is go to IAM, IAM service. Then we create a role. For our EC2 that we are yet to. That will be S3 admin. Okay, let's create a role. So to be EC2 Lambda and all that's okay. Yes, this is what we want. Next. So we have S3. Okay, S3, Amazon S3 full access. This is what we want. Next, we don't need a tag. I don't want a tag. Then let me give it EC2 instance access. So allow EC2 instance to call AWS service on behalf. Yeah, this is what we actually want. Then we create a role. So we have our role created, and the next thing for us is to go and just launch our EC2 instance and EC2. Yeah. So we want this in North Virginia region. Okay. So let's have this instance and let's launch a new instance. I want to go with this for the first one, which is Amazon 2 in my yeah, I think this is good. Let's go with this, and let's be in the confine of our free tier, which is this eligible. Okay, next configuration. So yeah, only one number of instance. We don't want a sports instances. So yeah, default subnet. Okay, let's leave it as let's leave it in any other. No, let's specify one. Let's specify this. Then auto assign public host name. Enable DNS host name. Yeah. Directory IAM role. Yes, this is very important. The IAM role given here should be EC2 instance access, the one we just created. That will be for our S3 bucket. So shutdown behavior stop once it's stopped, not terminated. Yeah, hibernation. Okay. This can be checked in a production network when you don't want some maybe someone to accidentally terminate the store, but I want to do that. Enable detailed. No, I don't want this. Okay, it does storage 8 gig. Do you want tag? Okay, let's configure the security group. So here we have to enable or open some ports so that we'll be able to to set up and have access to our Linux server. So here, port 22 is what we need for our SSH access. Here we have this is my IP address. Though this IP is dynamic in nature, I don't have the static IP to myself. If I turn on my phone or my Wi-Fi now and we start, this will change. So I won't use this for now. I'll just use it as anywhere, because I want I want to be able to access it from here. But in production, I will have a static IP address from my maybe ISP. Then I'll put this here. I'll put the IP address here so that I can be able to access it from my location. So also another one, I'll add another rule is I will open the HTTP port from anywhere, which this is the port that both the Apache web server is going to use to be able to access the website. I will open the port HTTPS also, which is a port 443. You port 443. Okay, 443. So that's HTTPS port number. Port number. I don't know why HTTPS is not here. Okay, this is it. Sorry. So port 3. Then review and launch. Don't forget, this is meant to be your IP address, but because I'm using a dynamic IP address, I don't want any form of restriction. That's why I use anyway. So review and launch. So let's launch this. So okay, we need a key pair for. Let's create a new key pair. I will say, let's say my key pair. This key pair is used to be able to have access to the Linux. It's like a public private key sort of like key pair Linux. So we have to save this in a place, download the key pair and save it in a place where you can have access to it. Let me save it here. Then launch. So you have to give this some time to be able to launch and run the commands that you imputed before launching it. So this is getting ready. The status check has to be 2/2 before we are able to know that this has actually been employed. So we have it as running. Let's initializing. Can give this a name. Can give it a name. Give it Linux. Save. So now let's check again. Still initializing. Okay, let's connect to it. So now I want to connect to our EC2 instance, and we're using SSH client. So I'm using Windows 10, and I have to install what is called WLS, which is Windows Subsystem for Linux. So with Windows Subsystem for Linux, you have like an Ubuntu Linux on your Windows machine. It's not a virtual machine, but like a mini Windows. You can check it out, or I would give you a link to check out what WLS, which is Windows Subsystem Linux is. This is what we are going to use to access our EC2 instance. So one of the things we want to do first is to copy our key pair to the EC2. So PW uh, so these are key pair that's been copied here. So WLS Linux. So all we just need to do is copy this command, then paste here. Or we can just do yes, we are now in Linux control okay. So we are now Linux server. So our bash scripts did not work. So So we have our files there. So let's go to this is our DNS. Let's click on it. So let's troubleshoot this. Okay, this works, but why is it not working for our DNS? This is our DNS, public DNS. Why is it not working on our public DNS? Let's work on our public DNS, public IP address. These are sites. But considering this, why is it not working here? Okay, okay. So it's not working on port 443 because we don't have like a certificate on this. Maybe perhaps that's why it's not working on 443, or it's working on 4 on port 80, as you can see. So I need to check that. Let's put the security. Okay. So we have this working. Yep. Thank you. It's not working on HTTPS. We don't have it secured. Not secure yet. So, thank you.